Swindon Advertiser Cup final. You're taking on Tawny Owl, last year's cup holders as well. Now you say you're going into the final with no fear. How do you think things are going to
go? Obviously, they're beatable. Any team out there is beatable. We've had games with them in the past. We've come close. I'd say we're seriously stronger this season. I honestly think that, yeah, they've done 20 games in the league, but there is a team out there that's proved that they can be beaten. I think the pressure's on them more so than us, because we've got nothing to lose. They're the underdogs. I personally think if we can get a couple of early goals, we can give them a really good game.
Yeah, in their league form, they're 20 games unbeaten. They've won the Premier Division as well. They're going for the double, and yet recently they lost the Wiltshire Junior Cup final in possible controversial circumstances. I believe there was a bit of a dodgy decision made by the referee, but they're going to come into the game having lost a game, so confidence might not be as high for them as expected.
No, obviously, you know, that has a big psychological effect when they're 2-0 up half-time and they lose 3-2.
Yeah.
You know, that's going to hurt. But realistically, like you say, they're 20-0. But I think the factor here is there are two different leagues that we play in. I truly believe our league is slightly stronger than theirs. And I think it's come down to the quality of teams they're playing week in, week out. And I think, you know, our league's a little bit stronger, just that little bit. There's some good old-fashioned teams that are in there that have good setups, and there's some young teams, young players, you know, that are up and coming in our league.
Now you've already beaten two teams in their league to get to the cup final. You beat Swindon Spitfires, and you also beat FC Dorking as well. So, as you say, that's partly a measure of the two leagues. And yet, some people would say, because they're in the more senior of the two leagues, they will start certainly as strong favourites.
Oh, of course, you know, they are strong favourites. I think their record alone, it obviously this unbeaten seasons in the district goes back 3, 4, 5 seasons possibly. So, you know, they are strong. But like I say, any team out there is beatable on their day, you know. With the big psychological knock-on they've taken, I truly think that Old Town are going to come out on top on this one.
Now, you've been quoted on record, I believe, that you think Old Town United are the best equipped team at the Premier Division and Division 1 of the Swindon District team to actually beat Tawny Owl. And have you been sneaking on the sidelines and watching them play, or studying videos on YouTube, or have you got a master plan up your sleeve? How are you going to go about doing it?
Obviously,
tying all their legs together.
That would help, but realistically, I know Tawny Owl very well. I've known them for 6, 7, 8 seasons. Some of them players I've known for nearly 15, 20 years.
Yeah.
You know, so I know how a lot of them work. We have the capability within our team. We're a good footballing side. We're a strong side. We have youth as well in the team. Yeah, I did say that. I honestly do think that we are the better team. We are more than capable of beating them, and we are the best equipped team.
You say you've got youth in your team. Now they've got quite a bit of experience. 1 or 2 older boys in their side, the likes of Dave Slattery and Kenny Hawkins and 1 or 2 others. So are your youngsters going to sort of run them off the park, or do you think 1 or 2 of your younger players might freeze on the big occasion in front of a big crowd that's going to be there on Saturday?
I personally think that, you know, yeah, there are some young players out there, but these boys have all won titles. You know, even the youngsters, they've all won county cup titles, you know, so everyone there is a big player, everyone's played in big games, you know, so I don't think they're going to freeze. I personally think that, you know, the last 20, 30 minutes of this game is going to be the most important.
Yeah, so tell us a little bit more about your team and take us through your players. Who do you think are going to be the key players for you on Saturday?
Obviously, we got a few boys. I think Lee Hayward be a big player for us. Going to have Ashley Bragg, defender. He's going to be a big player. Stephen Lowe. You got Godfrey. Everyone there. If you look at our stats, everyone that's in that team has scored a goal, including myself as goalkeeper. So everyone there can score a goal. So this game is going to be full of them.
Yeah, and coming into the game, have you got any injury doubts? Everyone going to be reporting in fully fit for the game?
Yeah, I believe it. We've rested a couple this last week.
Because you had a league game recently, didn't you?
Yeah, we played seven games in 2 weeks, I believe. It's a lot of games. We had to rotate a few of the players. There were a few knocks early in the week on the Tuesday game, which affected us for the Thursday game. And then followed through onto the Saturday. We decided to rest these players. These players are fully fit now. I believe the only issue we do have is a suspension. One lad suspended for the game, big player, big defender, gonna miss him, but like I say, we've got 2 or 3 centre backs that can all step in, fill his position, not a problem.
Okay, and going back to your league form, you've just finished your league fixtures. At one stage in the season, it looks as though you were going to win the League Division 1 title. Unfortunately, you've lost out to Sport for Pinehurst, but regardless of whether you win or lose in the Advertiser Cup final, would you regard this season as been a success?
Yeah, of course. At the beginning of the season, I think on week 1 I had a chat with you boys, and I stated then that I expected us to be, at the top there, or thereabouts, top 2. I also said that, we would beat every team possible to get to the final. We've achieved absolutely everything we set out to do.
Brilliant. And you finished second, as I say, in the league. Is there a chance that you might be able to get promoted for next season up to Premier League?
I believe so. I believe that's what the plan is. I believe the top 2, maybe 3 will possibly get promoted, and that's the plan, is to try and get promoted again following season. Okay,
and just last of all from me, how do you see the final actually going on Saturday, and what's your match prediction score-wise?
Score-wise, it's going to be a goal fest. It's going to be a goal fest. I can see it. There's going to be goals on both sides. Everyone wants to attack. We have been planning for this all season. The only reason us boys all got together this season, the group of boys, was because we want to beat Tornio. No one's done it. Everyone wants to do it.
So, I'm going to push it. What do you think, score-wise? 6-5? 9-8?
I would go 5-4.
5-4.
5-4.
And who's going to get the winning goal?
Us, of course.
You're not sticking to an individual. Brilliant. Well, best of luck, Chris, and hope it all goes well.
Thank you.